the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Abusia memamo akwaba eba ye Nsem-Pii TV so. Sine de bia na nanom etaka omu nsem se alko hoi osachire akroma there's no way say ebe ne fe. Ade a former president Addo Akufo-Addo ene ni NPP aban eba ye no Ghana mem ha. There's no way say NDC Amanyukun led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the ruling party NDC Amanyukuno ebe yo omufe. Na enra His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eko site eko he nyoma bi ana nyoma bi a eko so ewo mfanko ntu nsawem road na eko so no na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eni ni Minister for Roads and Highways Honorable Kwame Gavins Abuza eko piemu ho no ene His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ejina Nsem-Pii so na ojina edomanim ana camera esini so ana odi Nsem-Pii na etudwa na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ni nsemu no ene wagu former president Akufo-Addo ene Minister for Roads and Highways Honorable Francis Asenso-Boakye on Monyamfo ya ene side the member of parliament for the good people of Bantama Asenso-Boakye ene His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene NDC Amanyukuno agomani mase poto titru ene His Excellency the former president Akufo-Addo ni nyina fa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama skabia ochem se na Addo Akufo-Addo ene ni NPP aban bra mo aban no ekwaji ska twitwe die bi anom ko bobosia de se omoba beye ofanko to nsawem road no na kwa mbaye ne kura oma nya ndu 40% po ana omodi free so na scan nso a meka ne se former president Akufo-Addo mo ahye no esema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de tudwa na ene former Minister for Roads and Highways Honorable Francis Asenso-Boakye apeno ne Omahene Kwamena Asante etwetwen komo wo Addo FM ene Honorable Francis Asenso-Boakye abe expose His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene ni Minister for Roads and Highways Honorable Kwame Gavins Abuza yepa ene Honorable Francis Asenso-Boakye echemu say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama bia all because on person omdigu ne boss His Excellency the former president Akufo-Addo enim keke ene Honorable Francis Asenso-Boakye etumra no achesi ofawe ya no asset down the Weko Street ofawe ya no asset down the Weko Street obusia wo de Nsem-Pii yenjibre yentie one Omahene Kwamena Asante abanom twetwen komo Addo FM efa project a ekoso mfanko to sewem
campaign akase ibro akosa ensaheo ensewam kwan so well but my catch campaign commander in chief access to every information any document
and was sikanasa
mention say o hwe de kane sector minister the buy ono no krata na watchro no tintin wa so pese mekenka krata na o hwe de campaign okay na o hwe de campaign can say there's a missing link e was say the timi hu ba bia akosha ankasa na aboa mo man no yentoto ne o ma jeje mu sa keke enti kane kwantimpon minister Francis Asenso-Boakye sorry ma shebe ni Bantama or say President John Dramani's comments today during his inspection of the Ofanko in Saram Road project are yet another unfortunate attempt to misrepresent well-established facts for politics or political benefits. Enti yenkwa manusuna minister kanena ohwe ye roots eso owoso for Francis Asenso-Boakye minister machano pe bia bako de
right now nyamiadom me ho ye pa na mpatro so ho ye de
nyamiadom bibia ededa na akwamu na anope de yenka bi nhye wa okrata bia watworo as against the mampanya ka no ana emu akwaya wurem kakra ede amaye sika na esese ye de ye ensewom ekwan no poku ase kwan no ho asem te say
yo bidasi we become me fan chia ma woti fo nyina enra o mampanyin ekoye inspection e was a project na I said this is not the first time abra na MPP ho president na Akufo-Addo ekoye inspections ama no kwa no so makoye inspection was a project na a very important project yemia ye wo eastern region Ashanti region, Western North region, and Northern region, and Bono regions in the Kitahunano. I baby Jimon Crano. Sa Kwano na your faso de for your crew. Na Basa so is the road the heaviest traffic ever Ghana. And Tina Baye say big beam. Now several road intervention like interchange, overhead was some said the traffic and other perform. Now the entire cost of the project $346.4 million. And I buying Eco J facility bill Afri-Exim Bank of 200 million to support the financing of that project. The balance of $146.4 million per the arrangement was to be financed from budgetary allocations. And when you point now, Okoka say for Jessica loan, a project, the blue no Sikanasa, as you need project, Net and yet the correct, and yes, I net say. Now, finance minister in city, finance minister, Abra, ye produce our loan. The chair of the finance committee, ranking member of the finance committee at the time. Now, Honorable Abu Johnson, the ranking member of the Rules and Transport Committee, and the Omunimsi car, you could G as loan for the project, and it was not enough to finish all. The rest was to come from budgetary allocations. And before President you saying the President Susan and all kinds of food. It was the president today. Yeah, now then, oh, Kasa, so we Kasa Yaka, so the bear office anymore. But your kind, and Yana Cressa, a misrepresentation of the facts. No, yes, I know, not just say, so the good and Neku for the Ben and Moasi. No, not Benyam, but yes, try any side. Now, Baba has been a papa, the ESR project, Ghana for. The rest of the funds was to come from budgetary allocation, which the government of the day must find the money and pay the contractors. As at the time, an MPP for a free abem, now 68% of the project. And until the last day we left, the contractor was on site working. This year, government decided, say, among your contractors, up to about, even up to now, and your friend is say, because young contractor can do free sites, and money here, but not traffic with bridge. I'm not forced to say, so me the be a demonstration cry, and I ban here say, okay. Anyway, with your contractor, if it cannot be a money, they are canon. And that was around end of July, towards August. Into Mutia and the contractor quickly mobilize it to sites. And I was shared Jumana. It's a about for Mutia contractor and a car. And car, baby, a project we are quite the Mudada. Okay, so they know all these facts. And I'm also attending a delegacy MPP abaya HM said you junior. So, and so I'm going to my penny cancer, and I'm already a nefe, and I may should be really churchy. It's in a no.
Okay, Minister Patrick, and yes, simple, sir. Say almost a man penny like I say, Anna, he sounded very frustrated. And until all call across in the kind Sir, $750 million Afri-Exim facility, no. Now, purposely for day.
Okay, so 750 million. It was a multi-project facility, such as it. But 200 million of it, was for Ofanko Nsawam road project to support it. It wasn't meant to finance all because now it's not enough to finance that particular project.
And with this,
there are other projects in the in Ghana. Now the rest of the funds, also.
Okay, so I'm seeing here say Ofanko Nsawam Road $200 million, Ejoso Konongo Road $75 million, completion of Nsawam Apedra Road project $10 million, Swami Interchange and Local Road Network project $47 million, completion of Flower Pot Interchange Legon Accra $35 million, completion of Sofo Line Interchange $35 million, construction of Kwabenya Pediasi Road project is a GOG counterpart funding $10 million, completion Eastern Corridor Lot 5 and 6 $70 million, completion of Enchikrum Addo Road project that's $98 million, purchase of rolling stock and spare parts $30 million, and then construction of stadia infrastructure for all Africa Games is $140 million. Total sum $750 million. And that was what was meant for the facility Amoji Free Afrexim. Is that correct?
Yes, that's the core parliament. That was it. But Omanhene, as you have indicated on the list, the first project is Ofanko Nsawam Road, which is $200 million. And then let's try and concentrate on the project that we are discussing.
Okay, so the Ofanko Road, the purposely was going for $200 million. Ayako drew baby and ayenina.
It wasn't meant to complete all. Ayako drew baby. Now the rest, for the arrangement of the finance, it was supposed to be financed from the government of Ghana budgetary allocation. And with the 146 million.
Okay, so with all this, now, the finance minister now and the road minister now, they were a part of the process.
Very much fast, because it went to parliament and they knew.
So why would the president, after visiting, express such a worry and calls for an investigation?
Well, Oman Kadi woman trainer. The president today, you are your minister who will advise you because you won't have these details. But Oman Kadi woman trainer. Sana mi di mihuna. Mr. President, I said that deliberately I can't lie, sir. We are sure I can move before. But the finance minister knows, the road minister knows. Even before they became road and finance ministers, they were very much part of the process in parliament. At that time, parliament, but now I wasn't much part of it because I wasn't on the finance committee and I wasn't on the roads and transport committee. But they were, and they knew.
So beyond the 200 million facility now, purposely for that road, a buy part, or exit, say na more the account.
Unless I look into the books, I will not be able to tell right now. Unless I look into the books, but it's obvious that the rest was from government allocations as a government from the taxpayers' money. That was the arrangement. Yeah.
So as it stands now, the 200 the Asa.
Yeah.
And that was not meant to complete the project. Is that correct?
It wasn't meant to complete the project. It was supposed to be completed. The government was supposed to use government of Ghana budgetary allocations to pay the rest. In the project financing, there is something we call counterpart funding. Counterpart funding is when you seek loan to finance a project, and the government of Ghana is also supposed to provide some counterpart funding to support the completion.
Minister,
it's one of the major elements of project financing.
No problem with
public project financing.
No problem with that. But about $200 million. No, your understanding as a minister then says $200 million. We know ye kwana akudu sam pempensowi. Then aban so shall say the nawodi ebem kakra. San shishi no na 200 na say kudu hifa.
The very details, no, I will have to go into the contract document. It's not before me right now, but I can tell you, say at the time, na MPP for free on now you over 68%. In fact, 68% is what is in the handing over notes. We are send a copy of the handing over notes as amongst this year.
Okay, so I want to have that because now the issue is that yes, ye nyina abegya tum say ampa sika ekoji no na 200 million there. As I said there of call coin. Okay, no problem. Na sa 200 de na pese say na say Sh0cks free procurasi ho na kwa kodu bia nsawam junction na say 200 no ye ni na wie dia ka no ye to aso e Ghana ye sika na ye de to aso free sa bre ne kono. That's what we want to know. That 200 no was meant to start from where and when end at where, so we will be able to say
I will check the contract terms no. Not finish show. It's not before me right now. But what I can assure Ghanaians, and it's after the time I use this, no, and when the 200 million has been expended, no, 68% of the funds, of the project have been completed.
Minister, that's not the issue. The issue is that the $200 million facility na the Sh0cks na percentage saying and say timidi wie kwano. Is it the 68? When is the 68? Then we don't have a problem.
I can go into the contract and finish with that information. It's not before me right now. But what I cannot say is that after the time office no, and when the money had been expended no, 68% of the project have been completed.
I'm getting a bit worried and confused because the president now talks about a $78 million a year complete project. What it infers, they say maybe the 200 would have been for the whole year, the entirety of the project.
No, I've given you the contract sum. So it was 346.
But the contention is the percentage. As I said, it's 280 million could do because
it shouldn't be a problem. This shouldn't confuse you. What is important is that at the time that the money had been expended, 68% had been completed. The rest of the funds, 148, 146, will complete the project. That's what I say. You complete the project. And this shouldn't confuse you, Nsem-Pii.
Mr. Pacho, confused because one say Yemao Sika se Fakudi Juma Ampa Sikari na $200 million. Sika ede mamani say men finding free procurasi enkoka amasamae na 200 million na asa na masaba na mabehwesi betbenye bia kan watu aso a the person me tiase no penya say sa $200 million no point A to what point and necessary sikano etimi wie segment then
that one I have to look at the contract document to give you the specific. It's not before me now, but I have told you many times Omanhene say sikana 200 million na ye project support to ye na aban say asano asa because we had used it to complete 68% of the project. So I say, until the rest of the money may say free about hono. The normal contractor now, and no be now be a contractor now, or go back to site. Until the rest of the money, the mark contractor now, he will complete the project.
There be no more contractor now go site no.
And yet the counterpart fund in I say free government hona or may be a moment.
But I don't know, no can say. Then you are helping the discussion now. Then what it means therefore is that the 200 million facility was meant to complete the 68% of the project. Is that the case?
Well, I'm saying that for that specific, I have to go into the contract because I didn't sign the contract. But the records are there, and I can check and get back to you on that. That's what I'm saying.
I see. But na o minister na bibi da wa promise obey a express road bi ewo Accra Kumasi kwan so.
Oh, I don't know what you call express road, but already Ghana Highway Ministry of Roads and Transport now has started project a dualize Accra Kumasi Road President Kofone started. And our very important interventions on the road, or dualize Osha in Sawam to a project, let dualize Osha in Koko bypass, you dualize Osha in Sawam bypass, you dualize. And see, President Mahama and President Bosa Breno, or mobile twice, or man twice our project. And then a Nelkufado are by. Nelkufado are by, and on bet twice. It is the you are dualizing the diversion of Osino, and you them Konongo and English. You road being free. It couldn't cause a on it for traffic power. You could start dualizing. Say, diversion we are now about 94 kilometers or so of the road are dualizing. And see that process was so that but now saying that President Mahama buying the car say that project they want to abandon it. Now on my new expressway and connect the air cost that no cry.